So if I meet a stranger and that stranger seems to be a serious and a sincere seeker, then and if there is an opportunity of 30 minutes to share something with that seeker, this is what I would share. This is actually the essence of the entire spiritual search, and I would serve him in those 30 minutes. I would like to serve him a spiritual espresso. Just like the cafe espresso, the spiritual espresso is a short, condensed and pure version of the spiritual landscape from the eyes of a seeker, honest seeker, and from the eyes of someone who has discovered his real nature, his eternal nature. So it's meant for everyone. It is irrespective of traditions, irrespective of paths, irrespective of what you practice or what don't you practice. It is meant for everyone, and it is the first ingredient of the spiritual espresso is a more holistic understanding of the spiritual process. The second main ingredient in the spiritual espresso is effective approach, practice and effort. The third ingredient in the spiritual espresso is pure grace. And the fourth ingredient, which is not totally in the hands of the seeker, is and largely based on outer environments or external environments, consists of a combination of desires, attraction, karma, or the karmic footprint, and time factor. So that's when we say a ladder, and self-realization is a ladder, what we're trying to say is that it is always the movement is there is movement, but that movement is more vertical than horizontal. What does that mean? What does that change from seeing your destination far on a horizontal plane to seeing your destination from ground zero to the top of your head, or top of or a distance above? How does that change anything? It's still a distance. Assimilate that whatever I am seeking is always with me. Whatever the Buddhahood, the enlightened state which I am working towards, or I want to be enlightened, that state of enlightenment is always with me. It has never left me, because it's your natural state. How can the natural state leave you? How can you be outside the natural state? Yes, you may not be able to see the natural state. You may not be aware of that natural state. So yes, that's the first main ingredient of this spiritual espresso is that a very holistic understanding of the spiritual process, from where we think we are and where we want to be. And if we want to be we want to be like those enlightened masters and rediscover ourselves as we are, then we have to start seeing the truth from a very close perspective, from a very close point of view, because that is the most appropriate way to start. If something is very far and there is a lot of hurdles in reaching there, and there can be a lot of hurdles while reaching there, what is the probability of my reaching there? But if it is here, if my destination is always with me, if what I am seeking is always with me, all I have to do is become aware of it, or try to see it, or try to rediscover it, then the whole game changes. It's a game changer. If somebody told me that what I am looking for is just in front of me, or with me, or I am in it, and it is in me, it has never left me, and I have never left it, then suddenly there is that the space is the huge distance between the where you are and where you want to be squeezed. squeezed into a point. Squeezed into a point, but why can't I see it? Why I'm not aware of it? And in that perspective, if that is the question, if that is what you want to understand, then you can try to understand the spiritual process from the point of view of a ladder, which sort of originates at the point where you're sitting on the ground to a level higher than you or top of your head. And the entire journey of process of self-realization is just a movement of awareness from the bottom to the top. Why it is like that? Why at the bottom of the ladder I am not able to see things as they are, and why is it that when I move up the ladder or top of the ladder I am able to see myself as I am? Is because when we are at the ground zero, there is a lot of the environment around us is conditioned, it's polluted, it has sort of a magical view. It seems to be something which it is not. And this environment around us creates, or the conditioning around us creates an individual, a false sense of identity among us. And that false sense of identity sort of blurs the vision. And as you move up the ladder, the vision of the environment around you sort of settles down, becomes more and more clear. And as you reach the top of the ladder, the last part of the ladder, you see things as they are. You see the environment because the dust is now settled, the clouds are under you, trees, environment, forest, everything, the society, the structures of society, religion, culture, nations, the dynamics of energy, consciousness, everything is sort of, you left them behind, and you have sort of climbed up on this ladder on the same spot where you are right now. And from the top of the ladder, the view is very clear. You all of a sudden you see the entire environment around you as one thing, as one act. And what is not part of that environment, that one act, the cyclic, rhythmic one act, is you. So the moment you reach the top of the ladder, you see things as they are, you see the environment as it is. You see the rhythms in the environment. You see the uniformity in the patterns, the cyclic nature. You see the fineness and beauty of the act, and in that seeing of your environment at the top of the ladder, you know, instantly, almost spontaneously, within your being, about your true self. The real journey of a spiritual seeker or sincere seeker is just vertical, from bottom to top and top to bottom. This is what he is doing in reality. Because what he's seeking if he's his own self, then this is the point. If of course you are not seeking your own self, you are not seeking your true nature, you're not seeking self-realization, you are seeking some sort of fulfillment of your desires or ambitions, or manifest something new and things like that, then of course the journey is not on the vertical plane but on the horizontal level. But if you are really trying to aim for mukti, nirvana, Buddhahood, or freedom, the ultimate absolute freedom, then this is what you're doing actually. Moving up and down on the same place where you are. Because the destination is always with you. It's not far from. It is with you. It is in you. It is around you. So the reality is not to be something which has to be sought after in some other plane, in some other object or a person or a path or a theory or a concept. But reality has to be reality about yourself, and the world around you has to be understood at this point where you are, wherever you are.